Morning folks, it's about 5:45 in the morning. Actually, I think it's about 6 o'clock by now. I'm at Bournemouth Airport and I'm going to film this whole video on my phone. This is a very, very cheap little getaway that I'm doing with a mate. He's flying from Birmingham, I'm flying from Bournemouth. And I found this using either Google Flights or Skyscanner. And I'll actually show you at the end how I found this deal, all the different steps, and I'll do that from the office, my usual little office. But yeah, I've got 7:40 flight to Palma, Mallorca. We're then picking up a hire car, which I've got for the whole time we're there. Coming back at about 6:30 on Wednesday. So literally just there for sort of 2.5 days, but because of the flight times, now I'm going to be in Mallorca by 11 o'clock this morning, coming back at like 6:30. So we've really got 3 reasonably full days. We're staying up at Puerto, Pollença on the north east coast, not too far from places like Alcúdia, but very different to Alcúdia. Much quieter, really nice place. Looks like we found quite a nice hotel. Amazing price for that. And all I've got with me is my little Amazon Ryanair rucksack, which of course is linked on jetsetjimbo.com, which is the place you go for all my useful links. So I'm going to show you how I do one of these little trips for really very little. I'll save that bit for the end of the video, the big reveal on how much it's cost. But now off into Bournemouth Airport. This is the whole of Bournemouth Airport. It's a tiny little place. As you can see, a little bit of traffic. The security today. Look, this looks like a good hour right here. So wish me luck. I think they've got 2 security belts and most of the time they've got one of them open. I guessed an hour for security, actually only 55 minutes. Not the biggest airport in the world with the best facilities, but it's very, very close to home. After a 40-minute wait on the tarmac at Bournemouth while a storm cleared in Palma, I had a quick 2-hour flight over to Palma, and then I collected the hire car. Great links for hire cars on jetsetjimbo.com, by the way. As usual, I did a walk round and videoed the whole thing just in case of any problems when I came to return the car. So we're just going to go and check into the hotel. Here it is, and there's sort of the main strip. If you like the restaurant, I don't think it's open tonight, the bar restaurant that's there, but there's tons of choice along here, and here's the beach. So as you can see, it's not really the worst location in the world. We've got the marina over there. It looks pretty cool. I haven't been here for years, to be honest, so looking forward to checking it out again. If you don't know this area, it's not too far from Alcúdia. It's probably, I don't know, 15 minutes away or something, but it's far more relaxed and far more sedate and a bit more, I don't know, family friendly, I suppose. Not that Alcúdia is not family friendly, but it's a bit livelier than this, to say the least. So this is our room at the Torre Playa. I think it's Playa, it is. There you go, check it out. We're literally like 10 seconds walk from the beach. There's Ramel, he's running away.
Trying to find somewhere to sit down.
Try a chair or something.
Try and get a chair out if you can.
So we've got like a little kitchenette in here, a hob, a microwave. We won't be using any of that. Aircon. And then got a bathroom. I mean, it's not a lap of luxury, but it's perfectly fine. And I'll tell you how much this cost at the end of the video. We have got 2 beds. Ramel's quite disappointed about that, but I'll tell you all about this and all the rest of the costs at the end of the video. We ended up visiting Alcúdia and we had dinner there with this amazing grilled chicken. We then got a crepe from Julio Crepes. If you haven't seen Julio before, he's an absolute must-see character if you're in that part of the world. Did wipe his nose at the end of making that one, but never mind. Started day 2 and we've come out to this morning. It's not a bad way to start your day, is it? So I spotted a load of cars going up a mountain while we were having breakfast, and I said to Ramel, shall we just drive up there and see what's about? And we have. And the drive up here was amazing. We've seen like mountain goats and stuff just in the middle of the road. And once we're up here, I mean, I'll just put the footage over this while I'm talking, but as you can see for yourself, this is 10 minutes from Puerto Pollença, and I think it's well worth the trip. What do you think? What do you think of this place, mate?
Yeah, really nice.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I was saying to you earlier about activity. If you lived in a place like this, you'll be active all day long.
Yeah.
I was saying to you just now, Bernard, I've hit my fitness goals and it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
And all we've done is drive 10 minutes.
Exactly, yeah.
Don't know if you know, but Seat name all their cars after places in Spain, or certainly lots of their cars. We've got obviously things like the Seat Ibiza, the Seat, the Cupra Leon, and there's also the Formentor. This is Cap Formentor. Quite a special place. We then paid a visit to Campicafort, which is further down the coast from Alcúdia, and just look at the ocean there. The colour of that, we could be in the Caribbean. Nice place to spend a couple of hours. We then returned back to base for the evening and soaked up the atmosphere in Puerto Pollença. Just a lovely place, very few idiots around, just us actually. It's just so nice, so chilled, love it. So we've just checked out the hotel. It was brilliant, by the way, that place. Really great, like super friendly. It's owned by a family that all pretty much seem to be in there. And just really friendly, really helpful. Can't recommend that enough, really. Apartamentos Torre Playa is the place to look for in Puerto de Pollença. The plan for today is we're going to drive down sort of closer to Palma. We're maybe going to go to, like, I've never been the other side of Palma before, so Palma Nova, that sort of way. I think we're going to head and just have a little mooch about. I don't know if that's like party central or not. I don't really know what to expect, so we're just going to go check it out and see what it's like, and then sort of hang around Palma a bit. We're flying back this evening. We need to be at the airport at about 3:30 probably. Return the hire car and then head home. There goes the last supper. We're having a little meal before we go back. We've come to Palma Nova and we drove through Magaluf, and yeah, not my cup of tea, I have to say. And we're in Palma Nova now. It's a little bit better than Magaluf, but I much prefer it in the north part of the island, that's for sure. What do you think, mate? How's the trip been?
Really good. I'm glad we got the car because we got to see so many places we wouldn't have gone to otherwise.
Yeah, definitely.
Even with this place here, I mean,
the bus service seems good here, but just having the freedom of the car.
Just being able to stay out till late, you know, making sudden changes to your trip because you can in a car. But this place, like you said, it's not my cup of tea either, but I'm glad we came.
Such a bargain though, isn't it? I mean, when you think, well, I'm obviously going to talk about the pricing at the end, but we're talking for all of this 2 nights in a Premier Inn in a lot of places.
Easily,
yeah, so. And
even things like food, you know, even like ice creams and just little things like that add up when you do it back home.
Yeah.
And it just feels a lot cheaper here.
Yeah.
But even if it works out to be the same, you still rather come out here, even if it costs you 10-20 quid more in the overall.
Yeah.
You still rather do it here.
And like with the food, you're often eating food that's completely scratch made,
organic,
in an amazing location, or just somewhere like this is not an amazing location. We're next to some parked cars. The beach is just over there, but it's just nice to sit here and chill. And we're paying Probably less than we're paying a harvester.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a more healthier lifestyle as well, isn't it? Just you're eating, you're walking.
Yeah.
You just feel good being in the sun.
Yes, much healthier. Here is the hire car, by the way. I showed you the walk around at the airport, but it's a Cupra Leon estate. I did order an Audi A1, something small, because there's only 2 of us, and when you're going around an island with some little twisty roads and things, that might have been nice, but I got this. Really good price. There we go. It's a nice car, actually. Nice thing to drive. Decent interior. It's got that great VW Group steering wheel. There's a lot to like. So the total cost then, folks, I found those flights using either Google Flights or Skyscanner. You can check the links for both of those on jetsetjimbo.com, or there's a link in the video description. 55 quid return flight going on the 1st of July. Flew out about 7:30 in the morning, something like that, and then coming back at 6:30 on the Wednesday the 3rd. So we had more or less 3 full days there. 55 quid return. Obviously I've just taken that small Ryanair carry bag. You're allowed to take that on completely free. It's the perfect size for Ryanair. Again, link in the video description for that. But you need next to nothing for 3 days away, especially a bloke. You know, we don't travel with a lot, do we, generally? Hotel was 190 quid for 2 nights. Obviously these costs are halved when I'm going through this. So 190 quid for 2 nights, that's for that twin room. So 95 quid each. Not too bad at all, especially when you consider the location of it and the fact that we're in Mallorca in July. Lots of the other hotels at the same time were literally 2x, 3 times that, and I don't think a lot of them would have been as nice, if I'm being completely frank. It really was a nice little spot, and I recommend that place to anyone. Torre Playa in Puerto de Pollença. The car was 110 quid. That was a bit of an extravagance. Last time we went over to Mallorca, the 2 of us, we stayed in Palma, we stayed in like a 4-star hotel. It was a little bit out of season, but we didn't have a hire car last time because we were just basically staying in the city. So that was probably a bit of an extravagance, but it was well worth it because we visited places we wouldn't have done otherwise. We had the freedom to just think, let's go there, and then just go there, rather than having to hang around for public transport and stuff. So I think it was well worth it. 55 quid each for 3 days, not bad. So in total, 410 quid for that 3-day trip in July to Mallorca. That's £205 per person. And when you consider 205 quid, if I got the train to London, I probably couldn't then get a hotel room for 1 night either. I haven't had a car, I haven't had a flight, nothing like that. It's really good value, I think. 200 quid for that kind of trip is absolutely brilliant. Maybe you're like me, one of your good mates is in another part of the country. I don't know, have a look at it. It's not particularly environmentally friendly, is it? But it's travel, not too much travel is. We had a brilliant time, had some great food, and just a great laugh. So easy, so chilled out. I recommend it to anyone. Once again, folks, all the useful links for you are at jetsetjimbo.com or linked in the video description below. Thanks for watching.